Hello, my name is Marianne Lane. This is Full Moon Energetic Update. I'm an energy worker of the Neo era, and this is my sharing with you and everybody who wants to participate. I just go and ensure that I have this link out everywhere, so who wants to participate can find us. And the energy is really strong these days, so a part of this mutual energy work is stabilization and activation of our own possibility to stabilize. And just share here and there for everybody to be able to find us, me. I welcome you. Good evening, love from Denmark. Thank you. And thank you for the support and the sharing here. I'm from Denmark and I have worked full-time more than 10 years with channeling, teachings, and doing sessions, working with, for, through, due to the energy in the field. Before, I worked as a civil engineer, and it was a difficult shift, I have to say, but now it's such a natural part of my life that I'm not thinking much about it anymore. Still, sometimes I meet people from my life when I was working as an engineer, and it can still be a little bit difficult then. But otherwise, I see this as a natural part of my life, and whatever I can do to share this that has enriched my life and balanced my energy so much that I'm sure that it's true. If I can share this with anybody, it's really important for me. This is a part of my path. And because of this, I try to share it as many ways as I can. As a channel, I have a lot of inner talks, inner meetings. And in one of these inner meetings, I was asked if I would like to share my work in English as well. And in the beginning, I hesitated because there's so many really skillful, really advanced teachers, energy workers, channels all over the world that's already working in English. So in the beginning, I hesitated and I didn't agree. But after a couple of years, I saw in my inner visions that this special path where we open through acknowledgement of small differences in everyday life and the way the energy works with us and through us, that it has a special tone to it, and that the possibility to share it with more people is important enough for me to walk this path as well. And a part of this path is to open this full moon energetic updates, full moon energy work that I have been doing in Denmark in more than 10 years in nearly every full moon. And we open in two levels. The first level, we open this field of love and light, and then we take the lists with the persons, the people and the places that we want to bring into this love and light for supporting them into being their true selves in a way. And then we join in to give this possibility to these people and these places. This is completely carried in the new era, the new energy. And because of this, it never trespasses the boundaries that we have in our personality. And it's really important that we never cross these boundaries. And the energy, the field ensures this. So if you put in persons or places on your list that you haven't asked these persons, or they are not persons that you're allowed to go and kiss without asking, you're doing their laundry without asking. If it's not such persons and you still put them on the list, this will be like a ray of light that meets them. It will be like a smile, and then they can decide if they will take it in and how they'll take it in. If it's somebody that said yes, that agreed upon having this support with the love and the light, or it's somebody that's so close to you that you can kiss on them or do their laundry without asking, it's different. Then it will be more like a healing session that supports them in a lot of ways. Right now, when we open the energy, you can decide upon if you want to participate as an energy worker, or as a creator of surplus energy, or as a witness and a receiver. Everybody who agree upon being a part of the creation of the surplus energy ignites the possibility where, when we go in together and in the new era energy goes into this sharing, where we share freely and without hesitation at all, then the energy creates more energy. 2 people create the same energy amount as 3 people. 3 people create the same energy amount as 5 to 7, 8 people. And then it really expands. So when we are here now, we are 10 people. We already have really much energy available. And every time I open this field, we will have a surplus energy. And today in Danish, we were more than 200 people together. And we join in together in a mutual network of energy workers without knowing each other that has the same intention. And the energy expands each other to so huge amounts that we can't imagine it. They are into they are carried in earth fields in areas where we cannot access it without having this completely clean intention. Nobody can carry a completely clean intention by themselves, as we are here now in this physical reality, because our intentional consciousness only have demand access to a part of our consciousness. So the part of our consciousness that we can demand upon, it has its own life sometimes, and a part of it might not agree upon completely sharing in love and harmony. So what the new era field of energy does is that it ensures that this part of us doesn't reach this possibility. So the part of us that carries the love and the mutual intention on creation through sharing, this part reach the energy possibilities, and the other part is hugged carefully in love and harmony at the same time. So we receive love and harmony at the same time as we reach to this possibility as energy worker. And if you are participating as an energy worker, you will also participate in the creation of the surplus energy. But if you're not feeling for this, if you not want to participate as an energy worker, you can agree upon participating with the creation of the surplus energy. And everybody can participate, no matter if you are trained, no matter if you ever tried do energy work before, you can participate, because the new era field ensures that everybody is participating the best way we can for ourselves and for the energy work. To intentional sigh, create a sigh, you support your field of energy to connect with this mutual field that opens here. And the first part, where we open to the love and the light, you can maybe have an experience of this opens or not. And no matter if you experience it or not, you are part of this if your intention is to be a part of it. So your access to see things, to feel things, to sense things is not decisive to whatever you can participate in it. So you participate if you want to. And now you can put your intention of how you want to participate, if it's in an energy worker or if it is to be mutual in the creation of surplus energy, or to receive, to watch, to see what is this to me. Everything is perfect. I sense like a pressure. To me, this is a sign of the energy expanding and the vibrations going up and down. And I put my intention on being a part of this as an energy worker. And then I kind of see myself sitting in a chair and balancing the best way. If I sense this pressure, I try to allow it to be present as equally distributed in my system as possible. Okay, now it opens, and in my inner side, I see this as a bright, beautiful light that opens in our surroundings and in all the sphere, the field that we are here, connected with and through. And I see it in my inner side as opening through all over the world. And that the field works to prepare for the next step after this first step. And then the next step, we will do some energy work for Earth, all of us together. And right now, the persons, the places that you would like to give some love and light, you can take this list and you can focus on it and kind of imagine, put your intention of the list to go into the love and the light. Or you can ask me in the energy with your intention to support you in bringing in the list. And now we begin to bring in this list with persons, people, places that we would like to bring in love and light. Sense in my own way a kind of shift. I sense a kind of pressure when I put in the list and holding it there. And then as the energy begins to deliver the love and the light, I sense that it expands the energy and I have more space, the pressure diminish. And then in my inner knowing, my inner side, I sense that in these areas around this person's, the energy shifts. It changes. because we are the creator of the energy in our surroundings. Most of the energy we create this without knowing, with our subconsciousness. And when we create energy with a subconsciousness that's not suitable for us, this is actually something that we can have a lot of help with, even without knowing it. Like we can create it without knowing it, we can get help without knowing it. And this is kind of a part of our unpersonal consciousness, because we're not related to it, we're not connected with it, and still it can create a lot of negative energy. It's something that we have from our heritage, it's something that we bring from our society, and we reflect upon it. This creation of negative energy, we can have a huge support in this kind of energy where work to shift the energy from being heavy and unsuitable for us to be more light, more bright, and suits us better. Energy is not the best the higher it is. Energy that reaches us and just lifts us a little bit is the most suitable and gives us the most stable support. So the love and the light that we bring in here gives this kind of support. If you have some kind of tensions and you sense this, to sigh, create a sigh with intention, support your system and work together with the field that creates this shift. And sometimes it's also helpful to say there's an endless amount of energy in the universe. And if you say this, there's an endless amount of energy in the universe, and you sense a shift, it might be due to that your system believe that the energy that's working here is your energy. And this is a mutual energy that works for us. And we are giving energy. We're not using our own energy for this. But if our system believes this, it will try to drag itself out of it, and we will be a lesser part of the energy work. So if you say just to yourself, there's an endless amount of energy in the universe, and you can sense something is relaxing, then you support your system and yourself and participate more in the energy work and receive more healing, more stabilization, more shift, more refreshment of your own energy, like a massage of your energy system. So the tension is released and the knots is like loosened up on your inner system. And at the same time, we're delivering this beautiful work with love and light that we bring in to the people and the places that we put on our lists. Breathe. And in my inner side, I'm shown that this area, these people, now in the surrounding, there's more light. It's not so heavy. And then I see beautiful light beings entering into the surroundings and begin doing their work. Beautiful earth angels, which work is to create stable environment in the energies in the different layers. And we are disturbing them unintentionally by creating these huge amount of negative energy with our subconscious reactions. So now we support that these huge creations of negative energy, they are lifted a bit and lifted enough for these light beings, light earth angels, to be able to do their work. And if these persons agreed upon getting the support, or we are close enough with them to be allowed to give them the support, then it actually healing will take place with these light beings. And the light beings that will come to them is what's suitable for them. And it will be different to each person's and each situation. Breathe. The field expands, and then sometimes you can sense expansion as well if you have these kinds of sensitivity. And the work we will do for Earth today is kind of the same as we're doing on the list. So people all over the world subconsciously has created huge amounts of negative energy. And since the shift in 2012, so much energy work has been doing to shift this into balance. So these huge amount of negative energy that has polluted for galaxies, the nearest 4 galaxies, we have polluted them with our negative energy. This has been shifted into neutral. In our own environment here, it's still present. So the energy work we will do today is to go into the whole energy environment and create this shift and open to the cosmic realms and support this shift to go as deep as possible to bring in the love and light to a recreation of the ignition of our purpose and our will, our free will. So if our free will is totally ignited, then our intention, not only the intention that we're carrying in the brain, but a true intention that is aligned with the soul and our heart, will be the intention that decides upon your creation of energy. So this will support us in closing down the pollution of negative energy that we create within a system due to disconnection. So this is the energy work we will participate in the mutual earth energy work. Breathe. And expansion opens here. Hello and welcome. Some more still coming. Thank you. And the list with the persons and the areas, we are quite nearly through with them. And if you come by and say, oh, I would like to put in some people and some places, then you can use the video the full 4 days after the full moon for this work. And then you can come back the next full moon and we will do the same work again. Breathe. Okay. And again, you can choose if you want to be an energy worker of this part of the work, if you want to be a mutual creator of surplus energy, extra energy for the work, or if you want to be somebody who's here to receive and to see what is this to me. Now the energy shifts, the field expands, and we will join in with all the other groups around the globe and in other levels, other civilizations, that's not on this globe. We will join in with them, all of them who have the same purpose of the recreation, of the ignition of free will. And you sense, if you don't understand a word of what I'm saying, either due to my lack of ability to speak English, or because the word is just weird to you, or the energy is so enhanced that you can't hear, no matter if you can or can't understand the words, go with your resonance. Go with however you sense that this is something for you. With this resonance, we open into the mutual communication and connection through love and light with all the civilizations on the same vibration that goes for the reignition of the free will. Sigh, creation of sighs, support. If you have any tensions, any pressure that builds up due to huge shifts in vibration that opens right now, then you can support yourself with the breathing. And also by inviting your body to move a bit, to stretch, because your body knows how to work with these energies. It's natural to your body, it's natural to your consciousness. Your body carries a consciousness that's older than Earth, that's brought in through the soul connection. This consciousness, you can open it by letting it move slowly. And breathe. And then this mutual vibration opens. And in my inner sight, my inner visions, I begin to see the earth field lightens up in the outermost part. And the same goes with our fields. Our 7-dimensional field of consciousness is the orb. And when the 7-dimensional consciousness open into oneness, our 13th dimensional consciousness opens. And this creates like a field of bright light that surrounds the orb. This opens in your field right now, and it's open in earth field. This opening creates a healing that opens into this reignition of the free will. Stay with your body. Breathe, create a sigh, relax. Let your body move if it wants to, slowly, soft. The orb ignites, the field around the orb ignites and begins both the release and the healing. All the tensions, all the blockages that has been disturbing the free will from the bottom of your heart to the whole living truth is released, loosened up, not disappearing, but reaching another level, a level that can give you an access to reality where long-term stability will be a part of your choices all the time. In the smallest perspective and the biggest perspective, long-term stabilization through to creation that's done with our choices. This is love brought into reality, because love and stabilization is the same thing. Long-term stabilization and love. So with the ability to make decisions that creates long-term stabilizations, In the smallest perspective, it will open in the biggest, largest perspective as well. Right now, the energy supports with the field around the orb in us and in Earth, that this ignites from the bottom of our heart, from the inner core, from our inner centered state, a reignition of the true free will. And this can appear in you in a lot of ways. You can maybe sense it in your heart, in your energy. Maybe scenes from your reality comes by. Maybe you go into another reality. Maybe you meet reality from another civilization where you're carrying remembrance codes that's brought in through your soul in your remembrance fields in your cells. If you're carrying these, you might open to a meeting with memories from this civilization that's in just these days is delivering codes that supports us in this reignition of the free will. Breathe. The vibration goes deeper and higher at the same time. And if you have these memories, just let them come, just let them flow, let them go. Doesn't give them more meaning that they bring in themselves. We can disappear in these memories, and they're not here to make us disappear. They are here to make us appear. So if these memories come by, let them support you in igniting your being here instead of disappearing. You do this by being centered in your body and allow your reactions to open. It can be intense, it can be sincere, it can bring in a lot of tears. And just let it if it wants to, but stay here. Let them support you in appearing, let them you supporting in being more present here and supporting this ignition in your cells, in your memory zones, in all of your body. Breathe, create intentional sighs, and being here and let it ignite. No matter how it wants, it's perfect. The energy supports us here, and we are mutual connected here, and we are mutual connected with all the groups around the world that have the same intention, they had the same goal, the same purpose, the same prophecy. As we are igniting into this mutual field of prophecy, the energy enhances. As the energy enhances, it opens even more these memories that you're carrying that supports a reopening and a connection with all of the civilizations around the cosmic reality that has the same purpose, the same prophecy. And to each and everybody, these streams of energy creations in us that with our subconsciousness has created dark energy in a single field and in a mutual fields. Just in these days, the possibility to shift from this darkness to the bright light is here with our intention. And when we go in together and open to the mutual tension, it enhances the intentional force. And we will open this here together with our connection with all the groups and this globe and all the other globes, all the other civilization with the same purpose, the same prophecy. And we will open to the largest extent that goes to the cosmic realities where the fields are so balanced in love that it can create this shift. We are here We are ready. Let's do it. In your inner core, your vibration, you sense the truth to you about this shift. How true would it be to you to shift from creating unintentional darkness to create unintentional love and light? Balanced light, that is, because unintentional, we also create a lot of light, but it's unbalanced, and unbalanced light create fights that create darkness. So the balance we are opening here, that is love, creates a kind of light and also a kind of space for darkness that's carried in light. That's love, without fight, but with clarity that opens to see what needs to be reopened and repurposed. So all the things that we see that's carrying a purpose, that has long-term stability, we see this and we support it. And all the things we see, this is out of purpose. This is destabilizations with time. This needs an update. We see this with our clarity, or clarity, that we want to clear it and put an effort into this the best way we can without creating more destabilization. This is love accessing real life. Do you want this? Is this to you? You sense this within yourself. Is something agreeing without your knowing, without your interpretation? Let it open by itself. You're agreeing, your intention. As I let it open within, I sense it so clear, so deep, that it goes beyond my expression, beyond my ability to comprehend. It's like it reached into eternity. I allow my intention to be love to reopen from my eternity to this reality. We do this together, and we're supported in being aligned with all the other civilizations all over the universe with the same purpose, the same prophecies, to click in to an alignment with this intention of being love. And expanding progress throughout the universe that reach the cosmic layers like in a glimpse. And the cosmic layers responds and supports a shift that opens from this deep inner connection. And it's like all the programs within a system begin to rearrange in soft waves. It rearranges, aligns with this purpose, this prophecy of being love, and reopens the ignition of our free wills from within at the same time. The waves, rearrangements of the codes might create reactions somehow in your system. It's healing signs. It's signs of alignment. It's signs of getting into purpose. Without knowing, no interpretation, no analyzation. It just opens from within. No words, no understandings to disturb it. The words understanding is from the past. And in the past, the ability to be love was destroyed. This is an opening without the understanding from the past, without the words from the past. This opens within a clear space of no words, a clear space of love with no understanding. This shift ignites from the deepest path of Earth consciousness. Aligned with the cosmic reality. Rearrange codes and possibilities. Breathe. Allow it to move. Like when you're watching the clouds in the sky move by itself beautifully, and now all your system is the sky, and what moves is beautiful movement of the clouds. You just watch it. No ability to disturb it. There's no meaning to entangle in the movement, just observing and following, and whatever it is, there's no words. Maybe some memories coming by from this reality, other realities. Stay here. It's to invite you to appear, not to disappear. Appearing into this reality, open to your possibility to be a creator of love in reality. Breathe. And how will this appear in your everyday life? It will show itself in glimpses, small ideas, more possibilities to make choices that are easy to make, that just has a more long-term stabilization effect in your life. Gives more meaning to it. Supports yourself and your life in ways that you couldn't imagine. Easy going, easy being. Life isn't easy as it is, but suddenly small choices sort things out in ways that you couldn't imagine, you couldn't sort it out before. If this appears in your everyday life, this is your sign. This is your sign. This will be a truth that you can't ignore. It will be a truth to you. Maybe you can't describe it, you can't tell something about it so they'll believe in it, and it's okay. This is your truth. This is your meeting with your reality. Your meeting is important to you. Your creation of this is what ignites your true free will. That you have your own meeting with your own reality and your possibility to create a reality you thrive in by small choices. And this is created by the long-term stability. The long-term stability is actually access of love in reality. That in true will grow with time when all people begins to have access to this. If you have access to this, other people will have access to this as well. It will be a natural awakening. Not something that needs a prayer, not something that needs something to be done. It's because it's time. And if you can imagine that you entering the use of the internet like you do here, and that when you use the internet, it automatically supports you in finding solutions that gives long-term stability, and it ignites you to want this, to see it, to enlighten you in a way that's easy to you. And if you can imagine an energy field of consciousness that will do this, and it will do it to deliver it to everybody in the way that they need it or that fits them the best. without pressure, but as a natural support that brings everybody into their best path without disturbance, without struggle, without fight. What will this bring to our reality? If we imagine an internet capacity that will do this to everybody, give them what they need the most to see their purpose and possibility to make small choices that give stabilization to themselves in their life, long-term stabilization. It will ignite a movement of people's choices. What if this is ignited like internal, like ideas that pops up without any outer ignition, any outer meeting? It just ignites by itself as ideas. What is everybody at the same time on earth will have this activated, accessed? If you will have this experience the next days, if this will be your reality in the next days, in the next couple of weeks, it will be a sign that this is actually happening. So by watching out here and there, whenever you make a small decision, by itself, does it transform? Does it shift into something that's somehow, in the smallest extent, has a long-term effect in stabilization without pushing it, without trying, just by itself, like popping up? If this is happening, this will be your sign. So just by observing yourself when you do the choices, you're clicking a little bit more into this field, this possibility. If you do this, you support it to happen to everybody. Because just in these days, it shifted. The 21st of December, 2022, a shift appeared with 7-dimensional consciousness open through all over the world. The same happened in 2012, with the fifth dimensional consciousness. When the 7th dimensional consciousness opened here, the accessibility for our consciousness to reach the inner connection in a level, in a layer that's completely accessible in our everyday choices opens. And this shift also have secondary effect, and you could say it will be the primary effect related to where you're looking from, because this effect is that the more aligned you will be with your purpose of being love, the more effect you will have in the mutual field. And this is for everybody. So what will happen if everybody who has the largest effect in love, in the mutual field, will have a possibility to ignite being love? So it will reach everybody else as invitation. And this invitation will be enhanced by everybody who steps in to this possibility. And the invitation will be stronger and stronger. And it's still only an invitation. So you need to reflect and to, by yourself, ignite your free will and make the choice. I want to have long-term stabilization. I want to be loved. In reality, this is my purpose. This is my prophecy. Everybody who clicks in enhance the invitation. Everybody who reflects in any way meets the invitation. Everybody who reflect with the invitation and ignites the true free will enhance the field again, the invitation. And this will be activated really strong the next 10 days and the next couple of months. It will continuously enhance itself. So by you being in your everyday life, by you being connected and aware, observe yourself making these small choices, you will be a tremendous energy worker in these days. And when we are failing, and we will, just after this shift, the failing doesn't exist in this reality. Of course, it exists in the physical reality, but the energy reality, due to the shift, when we fail, when we are not loved, it will not be reflected in the mutual field. And the window where this is open, nobody knows how strong it is and how long it will stay, but it will for sure be a presence in the next 10 days and maybe even longer. Then when it's stabilizing and this possibility where when we fail it has no effect at all, when it diminishes and we begin to have an effect, it will still be not at all, not nearly as strong in any way as when we make the choice of being a love and being our purpose, our prophecy. And here in this reality, being our purpose, being a prophecy is creating long-term stability with our choices. And the access to the inner true connection opens to a deliverance of choices that we can't imagine and we can't analyze ourselves to find the solutions. It will be delivered when we reflect. So when you think about what to do the next days and you suddenly have new ideas of ways to do things, try it with small steps, itsy bitsy pieces here and there, and see what does it bring. Is this actually a better idea? Is this actually a better way? Is this being loved by creating long-term stability for myself, for my surrounding, for everybody else? Then you will have your true experience right here, right now, of this change, this shift. The energy in the field change, and the core of Earth, the heart of the Earth, now is ignited by the cosmic Earth. And to me, in my inner side, I see the most beautiful picture. I'm touched, I'm moved by it, and I let it flow to support this ignition that it wants to give me. It wants to give me this shift. So I let it, and it's beautiful. And it's like it's brought to life. And like golden lightnings now opened from this heart of Earth and is spreading through all over the galactic levels and to the cosmic levels, and the cracks that it's spreading through is actually the cracks that has been created by the dark energy that we have created. And now it's used to open the deliverance of knowing from different layers of civilizations. And they are transferred to the system in a way where it ignites in every level, in a way that's suitable for that level, and then it delivers information to the other levels at the same time. This is a unified field in galactic and cosmic level that opens here. It's really strong, and I sense a being. I sense a consciousness, a presence here that calls upon us with a resonance. And I sense the channeling capacity open, so I'll channel a few words from this consciousness, this presence that's calling upon us through a resonance from his inner ignition of the reopening of our free will. When you reach your own reality, how much of it is created from society and of what is created from your inner spark? To most people, the society has determined who they are. They have been working more or less with this and come so far as to this. But now it's reopened to the possibility to completely recreate yourself from your inner spark. This without a fight. Because what has been created until now has wrong effect, but isn't wrong by itself. So how can we use the creation of reality as it is to ensure that everything from this and forward has an effect that is sustainable, that makes sense in every way? And everything that's not sustainable, everything that doesn't make sense, how can we make this to change? How can we use our clear sight, our inner eyes, everything we are to use the reality that's already here to lift it into the perspective where it lifts itself into another perspective that makes sense with all our senses. When something makes sense with all of our senses, the vibrations it creates is so strong that it ignites a mutual capacity to build this creation of reality in a new way where all our powers, all our knowledge, all our wisdom will enhance each other and rebuild a new world with no effort. The energy that comes from this is building itself by the creation of purpose and meaning that it gives. The purpose and the meaning and the long-term stabilities that make sense ensure that the progress and the expansion of everything gives so much more that it costs, that it deliver what needs by itself. And this is actually the sign of the true rebirth of the new earth, is that this movement that opens, ignites an energy and a way to be, where all the creations come from energy that grows more energy in all levels and all ways than it takes. This creates true sustainability in a way where you're not calculating and moving the stability around. It's born in every point and creating itself in a way where you know it actually from artificial intelligence. So the way artificial intelligence work, when you begin to have your systems to work the same way, this will create this possibility. And you're already there. You just can't see it yet because of the disturbance that you're carrying. This opening of your codes, this rearrangements of your codes that's going on here in these days will support everybody in the ability to joining into this mutual capacity to rebuild the new earth without struggle, without tensions, without fight. And you can't imagine it because it's not carried in your history. To be able to imagine it, you need to reach to the layers of histories that's from other civilizations. And it's just shortly ready to open. Until that, use the capacity in the smallest amount to see it opens as an energy in the capacity that you already have. And this capacity is what's present that you have forgotten or that you have passed without reaching it. When the movement is open on earth, these capacities, these possibilities will be delivered from the other civilizations throughout the cosmic reality, just here through everybody. Thank you for this meeting. Thank you for all the mutual energies that we are carrying together here. Thank you for the reaching for the light and the love that you bring in by being. Thank you for all you are. You are more than enough. And the support we bring in here is to support you to be more present, be more active, participating in creating this reality with all you are bringing in and your inner resonance with what this has to do, what this has to bring. A lot of people around Earth is called upon and has an urge at an annoyed sense of being late, doesn't reach it, doesn't access, because the disturbance activates at the same time. But being so present that you can and observe these small changes, you can diminish this irritation, this annoying sense of being late, and align. The alignment is so strong and is so on time that it will support you in bringing in the alignment in the inner stream, the inner flow that's opening. With the inner stream, the inner flow, you will begin to know from within something that supports you here and there and everywhere. And the self-connected consciousness will slowly be more and more present and begin to reach for this capacity to bring in other realities. Thank you. With love, with care, with everything. Release the channeled state. And moved again, touched by my heart, and for this mutual energy work. And because this is so new to me to share in English, I just want to tell you when we can meet again. I hope it's okay, even though the energy is so sincere, intense, caring, loving in any way. See if I can, because yeah. I have a free 3-day webinar with teachings, standard teachings, the 2nd, the 4th, and the 5th of March. It will be available on these platforms, and you can also find a Facebook group with this that's called like, let's find it here. Events, courses, meditations, and lectures by modern shaman Marianne Lane. In there, you will find the invitation to join and participate for these free teachings. Also, on my YouTube channel, the Void of Consciousness, you can find more of these free teachings as well as in the group. And I share this always a part of my work to preserve the availability of the teachings, and also as invitations for the ones who's curious and search for a teacher to meet the work there. The kind of teacher I am, I'm not a teacher in the old way. I'm a support, I'm a mentor, and then I provide the teachings from the field. So this is a really different way than a teacher from before. And because of this, I provide so much I can, these free teachings as well, for you to be able to meet the way to sense if this is the teacher for you. Both with the free teachings and also with paid for teachings that I bring in as availabilities, as well as spiritual journeys all over the world where we do energy work for Earth. And I have like 10 journeys this year of 2023, and several of them will be in English. So look at my website, mariannelane.com, and in the next couple of days you will find the list of the journeys, and the details will be opened soon with the prices. The dates is available, but the prices and what's counted in and the programs, we will have them for you. That's enough of the talking. Also look out for the next full moon energy update, if this was something that did you good. And if you know anybody who could participate and who could benefit of this as well, please share it. Sharing is caring here, because it's difficult when I'm new in the English and new in reaching the people who can benefit in English. So all the support you can give, thank you from me, from the energy and from the field, from my purpose to you.